There are better touring bikes in BMW's lineup, and better sport bikes, so we have to ask, is there still a huge market for a traditional twin-cylinder sport touring machine? BMW thinks so. After all, it invented the class with the original 1973 R90S. Buyers will be the judge, but for sure the brand new 2016 R1200RS is the sportiest BMW to ever wear the RS badge. It even flirts with the performance territory once occupied by the HP2 Sport, the most athletic production boxer ever made. But where exactly does the R1200RS fit in? If you look at BMW's website, the new RS is in the sport column with the likes of the S1000RR and K1300S, while the R1200RT gets filed under touring. And the new S1000XR, along with the R1200GS, is categorized as an adventure bike. Outside the BMW family, the RS's natural competitors include Honda's Interceptor, Kawasaki's Concours 14, and the Yamaha FJR 1300. Our press ride for the 2016 BMW R1200RS took place in Ontario, Canada, around Muskoka Lakes, a day after riding the new S1000XR. Like the rest of the R line, the new RS gets the latest version of the air and liquid-cooled 1170cc Dock Twin. BMW claims 125 horsepower at 7,750 RPM, and 92 pound-feet of peak torque at 6,500. According to BMW, the RS gets a slight bump in torque at lower revs compared to the rest of the family. On a riding route made up primarily of country lanes, a bit of highway, and some fast-flowing secondary roads, the RS felt right at home. Power from the revised twin feels good in this fairly lightweight application. The RS tips the scales at a claimed 519 pounds, ready to ride with fuel. The only flat twin in BMW's lineup that weighs less is the 508 pounds R1200R. Throttle response is good, and there's plenty of bottom end and mid-range torque. The engine's torque-rich nature invites you to pick a gear and just leave it there for long sections of road. Standard riding modes include rain and road, while the optional Ride Modes Pro adds dynamic and customizable user modes. The Ride Modes Pro also upgrades automatic stability control to dynamic traction control, which is significant because that includes a lean angle sensor that allows the TC to take into account your bank angle before intervening. My RS was equipped with the Touring Package, see pricing below, keyless ride, and GPS. Optional Gear Shift Assist Pro made shifting pretty slick. Because of the huge torque hit in the lower gears, I still prefer to give the clutch a slight dip in the first couple of upshifts to smooth it out, but, after that, the system works beautifully in allowing clutchless shifts, up or down. In road, fueling and throttle response are good, while rain offers a much softer delivery. A quick downshift now and again to pass cars allowed excellent acceleration, but most of the time the Boxer engine's torque allowed good roll-on performance without towing the shifter. One item that stands out on the RS is the new instrument cluster. It is by far the best I've seen on a BMW. The hybrid analog/digital layout offers all the info you could ever want, and it can be customized into different views. And anybody in the over 40 crowd might be able to read the display, quite unlike the small type on the S1000RR's dash, which I probably couldn't have read 10 years ago. The beauty of the new RS is its unflappable chassis and its diesel-like engine. This bike never tires of connecting long sweepers together in a graceful and totally relaxed manner. A must-have option is the dynamic ESA suspension. Having the ability to alter the ride characteristics at the press of a button is pure luxury. The roads around Ontario were the perfect place to sample ESA's scope. At times, I spent a fairly long time on smooth secondary roads and highway, and then would make a turn and be on a potholed backroad with lots of cold patch. All the while, the RS suspension would instantly change personalities to deal with the conditions. Why suffer through the crappy part of your ride, when a magic carpet ride is just a button press away? So, what do you give up by choosing an RS over an RT? More importantly, what do you gain? For starters, you lose the protection afforded by the RT's huge fairing. But that stated, the RS's manually adjustable windscreen provided quite a bit of protection and clean airflow with minimal buffeting. What you gain is a considerably lighter machine, which allows a far more aggressive pace, if that's what you seek. And with accessory side cases, top case, and center stand, the RS can tackle all but the longest journeys. I also must state that with the standard 32.3-inch seat height, the footbag-to-seat relationship is fairly sporty compared to the RT, with legs bent back to rear-set footpegs, so the RS does not offer the all-day comfort of an RT, GT or GTL. Of course, BMW offers a taller 33.1 inches seat height, plus two lower options, 29.9 and 31.1. Handlebar placement was just about perfect for my 5'11" frame. So, back to the original question, is there room for the Boxer-powered RS in BMW's lineup? Yes. It's an enjoyable motorcycle for those sporty but not frantic rides. And of course, if there is one thing we've learned over the years about Boxer fans, it's that they are a die-hard bunch that will likely gravitate toward the RS like Canadian mosquitoes to this California boy's skin.